Kanpur Central Station. Doors will open on the right. Please mind the trash. The stench of feces and urine, the sight of discarded polybags and bright red stains of pan welcomed us into Kanpur Central. But as true Indians, it is unfortunate just how accustomed we are to the appalling conditions around us. India has a population of almost 1.2 billion people. 55% of this population, nearly 600 million people, have no access to toilets. Most of these numbers are made up by people who live in urban slums and rural areas. A large populace in the rural areas still defecates in the open. Slum dwellers in major metropolitan cities reside along railway tracks and have no outlets or a running supply of water. The situation in urban areas in terms of scale is not as serious as rural areas. However, what escalates problems in urban areas is poor sewage systems. Sewerage systems, if present at all, suffers from poor maintenance, which often leads to overflow of raw sewage. Today, cities are highly populated. Over 20 cities have over 1 million residents, including the metropolises of Mumbai, New Delhi and Kolkata. In these places, the existing sewerage systems, built to serve a population of around 3 million people, can't handle the wastewater produced by an average of 12 to 14 million residents. What makes matters worse is that the existing infrastructure isn't suited to cater the needs of an exponentially growing population like we see in India today. Wastewater treatment facilities are inadequate. India neither has enough water to flush out sewage effluents, nor does it have enough sewage treatment plants. A report suggests that only 30% of India's water is treated. The rest of the dirty water makes its way into streams and rivers, inducing another major problem, water pollution. According to the country's 10th five-year plan, 75% of India's surface water resources are polluted, and 80% of this is due to sewage alone. Needless to say, this has had a severe impact on human health. The water pollution aids transmission of orophycal diseases like diarrhea and other intestinal infections such as roundworm and hookworm. Diarrhea alone accounts for over 535,000 deaths in children under 5 years of age. Several malnutrition cases in children due to contaminated water have also been reported. Polluted water is also breeding grounds for mosquitoes. Mosquitoes, carriers of diseases like malaria and dengue fever, are responsible for another 300,000 deaths in our country annually. In addition to health issues, poor sanitary measures set India back by billions of dollars each year. Illnesses are costly to families and to the economy as a whole in terms of productivity losses and expenditures on medicines and healthcare. The economic repercussions are also evident in other areas like fisheries and tourism, which are also hit by water-related problems. As per World Bank statistics, India's nominal GDP stands at $1.3 trillion, and we are currently ranked 11th in the world on the basis of nominal GDP. If we could cut down expenses incurred due to illnesses and lack of productivity, our economy would get the impetus it needs to flourish even more. This in turn would enable governmental agencies to improve sanitation standards and medical infrastructure, which would in turn help improve living standards of people. Overcoming the demons of poor sanitation and addressing health issues arising out of the same will surely help us become a global superpower in a holistic sense. Not all is grim and murky. The sweepers and sanitation workers in our college and the hospital do their job with great dedication and perfection. Mr. Narendra Modi, our Prime Minister, has done a wonderful job by taking up the issue of cleanliness and sanitation so passionately and addressing it with the help of his Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. But is it really enough? As a leader, he can only lead by example. He is, after all, one man. But if we, the masses, were to truly pledge to create a cleaner India, no power can stop us from becoming a superpower in the next 10 years. Every single day, we see people littering or spitting in the streets. But it doesn't really affect us. Because, like everything else, we have adjusted to this as well. More often than not, we too are involved in routine unsanitary activities. Think about it. After finishing a plate of delicious pani puris, do you really bother to throw the plate in a dustbin? Do you really hesitate pushing yourself or spitting on the road?
पान खाए सैया हमारो सौंली सूरतिया होठ लाल लाल हाय हाय मलमल का कुर्ता मलमल के कुर्ते पे छींट लाल लाल
Do you really bother to throw your torn ATM receipts in the dustbin? We dirty our surroundings all the time without even realizing it or giving a second thought. It is so ingrained in our daily routine. But now, in the face of India's sanitation deficit, costing the country roughly 6% of its gross domestic product, it is high time that we woke up. Indeed, ladies and gentlemen, it is high time that we woke up so that India may truly awake to life and freedom. Jai Hind.